Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back. It is day 5. Yeah, I think I'm on day 5 of study. And I am starting on chapter 8, which is going to talk about Social Security. So just kind of recapping a bunch of the different things that I've been working through, things that I've noticed about preparing for this using the XCEL Solutions exam. One, y'all, the videos are a little dated. It's kind of reminded me of like training videos from the 90s. Very cut and dry. They're short, they're like 5 minutes tops. And they just outline like what you're gonna learn for the chapter, or what has been summarized, what are the key points, what are some of the big vocabulary things. They're helpful, and they're not really needing an update, but y'all, whoa, those things are a little dated. The platform itself is a little jank. I'm not sure if it's timeouts. I'm not sure if it's somebody on the other side being like, all right, I'm gonna log you out because I don't see your mouse moving or something. But the amount of times that I've been like logged out has been frequent, and it's just a little distracting. Like when you're reading through a paragraph and it's a longer page and you're taking your time to really understand the content, and then bloop, it logs you out and you're like, what? So just be aware of that. It is still tracking your time, which is important. I'm on, again, starting 8 of 10 for the life insurance, and then we go into another 7-chapter component. Hours wise, I'm right around the 17-hour mark of study out of the minimum of 20. I honestly think I'm going to hit the end of the unit of this whole first zone before I hit that 20-hour mark, but I have been following their guidelines, taking very few notes. I do write out the vocabulary for each chapter, so that I understand the content, the material that they're going to be presenting. But that's the most notes that I take. And then when I go to take the actual test for the end of the chapter, if I get a question wrong, then it flags the immediate question and I write down the answer and I figure out, okay, what did I mess up? What did I miss? And that's been helping. I've only failed one chapter. That was chapter 3. And I had to go back and retake it. But that was fine. Chapter 3 is definitely the, what is it called? When you're playing a video game and you're hitting like a wall, a level zone where it's like, holy cow, you really got to grind and you got to get what's important to pass through. Chapter 3 is the big one. If you can get chapter 3, everything else flies through, and it's a whole lot. Everything makes sense. So if you are taking notes, chapter 3 is the big one. And that's where it really introduces the entire concept of the structure and the components and how everything works within a life insurance policy, the different kinds, how it's all organized. So chapter 3 is a big one. And again, once you get chapter 3, everything else is like, oh, now you're explaining this one component in more detail. Chapter 7 is where it starts to branch out into annuities, which are similar to life insurance policies, but have a different idea. Life insurance is insurance, and annuity is more of a investment that does not necessarily have a death benefit. The purpose is different. So it's kind of nice having the structure, the baseline information, as it then further details and explains some of the things that are related but not quite the same. So like Social Security, that's not a life insurance policy, that's Social Security. Everybody does that. So I'm having fun. Follow along and I'll keep you posted. I should be done with this whole thing by, if not today, then tomorrow morning.